tell me I'm a godsend, I'm a godsend. My people, they tell me I'm so grateful for your existence. My people, they tell me you're the funniest person I've ever met. You can thank God for that. He's way funnier than me. 'Cause a lot of the time, I don't know why I do things that I do until later on when he explains them and I go, yeah, you were right, you're always right. When I'm going through things, it's never comfortable. When I'm going through things, that means I'm transforming. And transformation is never too much fun. And in a way, I feel like a superhero. In a way, I feel like the villain. In a way, I can't stop changing. No, I can't stop changing. So I have the exact opposite problem as everybody that I'm surrounded by, unfortunately. And it's not as if they can help it. It's not as if they can make the choice to be different. 'Cause I don't think that they're conscious of anything. And if they're not, then I can't hold them to that standard. That's right. Lacking self-awareness, it really is like a disability. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, just know that they don't know why they do what they do and why they insist on screwing you. Pity, pity. I feel sorry, I feel sorry. And maybe other people, they would feel sorry for me. And all this godforsaken empathy. And they'd say that I'm the pathetic one. And people are gonna screw me. You're right. They have. Well, there's a huge difference between letting people walk over you and accepting that other people are shitty. Okay? So, if I know that somebody's a narcissist, I'm going to try to avoid them. If I know that somebody is the type of person that's emotionally manipulative, I'm going to go out of my way to not have to deal with them. And if I do have to deal with them, I'm going to try to limit that contact as much as I can. Because I know that they won't change. And I've dealt with enough of these people in my family, coworkers, friends that I've had over the years. So many people have this problem of just being, shit. So many people are shit. Like, I don't think that people are, like, inherently good. I don't. I think that because of the fall and because of all the corruption that you see on a regular basis, I feel like the odds are stacked, really. So whatever potential people had to be good is going to go out the window because, being bad or just being complacent, really. I would say being complacent, being indifferent, just being, like, totally apathetic about everything. I mean, the phones. Hello? The phones. Hello? Hello? The phones have proven that everybody's a nihilist. Because nobody's protesting that, okay? Like, they protested 5G for, like, a minute, okay? But when it comes to big tech, and when it comes to, like, just all of the ways that we are being manipulated in our society, people are nowhere near as aware of that as they ought to be. And the ones that are aware still don't really give that much of a fuck. So, yeah, that is like one of the reasons why I'm such a meanie, from what it seems. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why people unsubscribe to my channel, because, you know, I probably hit a nerve somewhere along the way. But I'm really not trying to tell people how to raise their kids, but it's kind of obvious that putting a screen in front of your kid is like not gonna be good. It's gonna like rot their fucking brain. You know, television rots their brain. Television rots everybody's brain. And just because there's some really good shows about the government and conspiracies and all that, I mean, yeah. Huge fan of the X-Files, okay? Huge fan. But that doesn't make it good overall. Just because there happen to be good TV shows out there with white hats writing these storylines, trying to tell us the truth about what's really going on, God bless them. We love Chris Carter. Yes, we do. We love Vince Gilligan. I actually think that Breaking Bad, the more that I think about it, Breaking Bad is like a social experiment. I feel like it was a social experiment to prove like how evil society was getting, because of like how many people watched that show that made excuses for the main character. And did you know that Anna Gunn, the actress who played his wife, Skylar, she said that she got death threats, okay? The fact that an actress is getting death threats because of her role on a show, okay? This is how crazy Americans are. They are sending death threats to an actress on a television show because of lines that she has spoken in front of a camera, okay? This is how crazy our country is. And you think it deserves to be salvaged in any kind of way. But yeah, I do think that that show is like proving how low the morale is getting. And so, you know, with social media, you know, a lot of people complain about that. They're like, yeah, people are like really extreme now. Everything's political. I think that everything was always political. It's just been exacerbated. Like vaccines. Vaccines have always been political. Because there have always been people that protested them. And for those of you that don't know, of course they're not going to include in the history books. They're not going to include in fucking McGraw-Hill textbooks provided by the government school. They're not going to include like all of the portions of history that involve mass protests from the non-sheep. You know, like the Luddites that protested the first Industrial Revolution. Supposedly they were killed off by the government. I don't know what to believe, but I could believe that. Just like there were so many women that protested against passing the 19th Amendment, okay? There were plenty of women that were totally fine with women's suffrage, and they knew that giving women the right to vote was the stupidest decision that this country could make. So, like I said, Emma Goldman is probably my favorite feminist because she didn't understand why women wanted to vote, because she didn't understand why anybody voted at all. Exactly. And you think that Trump would have taught them, but guess not.